Cancer, I've laid your cards. We're in the Etruscan tomb, and I've asked the ancestors to impart some wisdom in this reading. Let's see if you feel that happens. It's about feeling as if you need to find a new course. There's been a bit of upset, but it ends in a really beautiful new start. So if that feels like it might be relevant to you, then I'll dive straight in. We're starting with you and the idea of setting a new course, where you're definitely looking around to find what the right course would be for you. You're up for that. Alexander overlooking the globe, he's got that in his hand. He's trying to find out where to plant this new passion, or his passion. So it is a time when you're prepared to kind of put the time in to sort of have a think about that. And it feels like it's really preoccupying you. So looking for anything that stands out in the reading. Your root skills are being able to keep things safe, hold on to what is good. Saving money is also implied by this, but sort of safety, security, physically holding people in a safe place. He's so handsome, this guy. I wonder who she based it on. He looks rather kind of pleased with himself. And yeah, he's holding the whole shebang, but he's got his feet on tiny little tippy toes. So there's a lightness and a kind of wry, sort of handsome aspect. So I think he feels good. You feel good about how you're able to shore things up for other people and for yourself. There's a sense in being able to hold things together even when they're quite difficult. What to let go of, talking about difficult, is the Tower in reverse. This has been and gone, no doubt, and we're needing to recover from this short, sharp shock. And maybe that's why you're feeling good about being able to hold on at the moment, because there has been something very destabilizing, where something was built from the wrong foundations and it's had to come down. Yeah, the geometric sort of sense. Oh, his hands are very open and splayed. The person with his hair up, and the geometric sense, almost like a graphic designer. The arrow and these splayed hands. Very sort of, I don't know if that means anything to anyone. Yoga pose, I'm not sure. Anyway, we're needing to let go of that. How to set your course to one that's going to be completely correct for you is the King of Swords. So be very executive function, be very logical, be very bringing a lot of logic to a situation, not getting overwhelmed by the emotion of it. He's got a ring on one finger and he looks utterly determined. And in the top of his crown there is there's a lion, this passionate lion. So and the butterflies of transformation. So there is transformation, there is passion here, but in order to get those things, he's quite chilly, he's quite logical. That is the kind of energy that you need to employ. And where is it all going? To this beautiful new start. Lovely love, something that you're going to feel really passionate about and in love with, is being handed to you, and it's very divine and there are lots of blessings in it. So through using, kind of holding on, weathering the storm, and then being really logical, you get to something utterly heart-filled, which is what a beautiful aim to go for. So I'm picking my glasses up. So let's cap these a little bit. Let's see. Gosh, I'm sort of smashing the side of this tomb with my hat. Right, let's cap this. The Four of Cups. Sorry, the Five of Cups. So focus on what this is another sort of a sense of advice, which is saying focus on what has worked and is still standing, not on the disappointments of the Tower. But I feel in this illustration you're looking for all the goodness, and all of these cups are actually standing. So it shows me that you're probably quite a positive person, or you're certainly employing some really positive attitudes at the moment to get you through what could have been a tricky time. And that's why you are feeling quite proud of yourself, I think, because you're showing your mettle somehow. And I'm just going to then pick another tarot from this beautiful deck, and I've forgotten what it's called. Let's pick you this one. King of Swords again. Wow. Okay. Double King of Swords. double King of Swords, don't forget to use your logic. This is where it's all going to be. And in this illustration, let's see what he's saying to us. Let's put these back in here. And I'll put those down there. What is this guy saying to us that's different from the other one? Well, one of his eyes is actually a bird's eye. So there's a sense of being able to see far and wide with his intuition that the birds are symbolizing. And it's such, he's a warrior, okay? But look at that, his other eye is that of instinct, of far sight, of kind of almost dealing with the other worlds. It might be your ancestors coming in. Was there anyone in your life ancestrally who was very clear-eyed that you could talk to in spirit? Because that kind of paternal, or, you know, it can be a woman or man, but that kind of strong, clear-eyed view, I'm getting, because of that bird, might be the way to go for you, and or you've got it in yourself. And then this lovely originality. Feel light-hearted and free while trusting that your unique way of doing things is the right way. So, be very serious and yet light-hearted. That's sort of confusing. I mean, of course you can be still light-hearted. I suppose it's saying this isn't boring. That's what the cards are saying. Wish granted. Believe in your abilities as a magic maker to manifest your wishes. They will soon be your reality. And patience. Creativity takes time and can sometimes be a project can seem to be taking too long or seem to be failing. So there's this sense of understanding that there is frustration, but also saying in that, if you're using your King of Swords, it's not boring. It will bring it through. Have patience, your wish is almost granted. But don't see the King of Swords as boring, because we've got that card of originality, which says actually through, and actually the second King of Swords illustration is rather a lot less chilly than the first. They've both got that bluey background, but look at how delightful that is. And remember that bird. Using logic can sometimes be the magic that we need, rather than being too whimsical. That could be what you're being told. And let's get you one of these. And what have we got here? Kick up your heels. Yeah, it's sort of saying, ironically, that logic seems to be bringing you to sort of quite a joyful place. And, well, of course it is, because we've got the Ace of Cups at the end. So through this, something really beautiful is coming. And don't worry, it's coming sooner than you think. And there will be a sense of real being uniquely right for you and your wonderful, unique qualities. Kick up your heels. Now is the time to dance, celebrate. If you have a particular achievement or success, you're invited to take the time to enjoy it rather than hurrying on towards the next goal. Indulge the joy that you have created for yourself. If there is no specific event to celebrate, this moment invites you to remember that in any given instance you can dance for sovereignty or hustle for approval. Hustle creates anxiety and stress, or you can try to please everyone. Dance is birthed from knowledge, knowing that your deservedness and embodying your inherent worth. When you align with your worth, your life becomes increasingly buoyant. As Rumi said, when you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you, a joy. That joy insists that you kick up your heels. Okay, I think this goes very, very well with the, if I put it back in, with the originality card. It's talking about dancing your own original dance, isn't it? Look, both of those, they're perfect together. So it is saying there is something beautiful coming, and it is going to be utterly right for you with that Ace of Cups. But weirdly, you get to it through quite a lot of discipline and clear, logical thought. But then it gives way to this sort of exuberance. I hope that means something to someone. Be patient, because it is coming. I know that your wish is being granted. That's what the cards say. It's been a bit tricky, but through your executive functions, through your logic, something absolutely, utterly beautiful is on its way. See you again.